A few videos ago, I showed you guys what I was growing in my annual garden. Now I want to show you guys what I'm growing in my perennial garden. Now, the difference between the annual and the perennial. The annual you have to plant every single year. The perennials, you plant them once and they come back every year. So let's walk through what we got in here. So this is like the southern edge right here. So we have the shorter things down here, like the bushes, things like the blueberries and figs. We have some beneficials, autumn olives. They're a nitrogen fixing bush, and they also put off a delicious little berry. Right behind this little autumn olive hedge, there is peach trees, which I will be chopping down because they're grafted. The part that's grafted onto the rootstock is the good peach that you want to eat, but those died, and these trees right here, these big tall ones, are from the rootstock. So I'm gonna have to chop those down low, and then I'm gonna graft onto those. More blueberries down there. There's another blueberry bush on the southern end. And right behind it, another fig, another autumn olive. You're starting to see a repetition here. We also have some wild blackberries. More wild blackberries. There's peaches in the middle, so that's a peach tree, that's a peach tree, and then there's another peach tree over there. Right behind the peach trees, we have apple trees. Here's an apple tree. Here's an apple tree. And we've got another little guild right there. This is the first year that we've put anything on that looks like an apple. That's exciting. This peach tree is doing really well, though. It has got tons and tons of peaches on it. Like, there's a peach. There's more peaches over there. That branch right there is completely covered in peaches. We've got some peaches over there on that tree. And then we also have, that I planted in here, asparagus. I use this spot right here. See this big fern right here? That's asparagus. I use these asparagus plants to collect seed from. This is where I got my seed from last year. Is off these humongous asparagus plants. Permaculture's favorite, comfrey. Great medicinal uses and great for chop and drop. That's one thing I need to do in here, is come in here and chop and drop everything that's not useful. I'll keep all the useful plants, the plants that can give me food, and I will chop everything else, lay it on the floor, let it decompose for these fruit trees and speed up the process. And then we'll move on right here to our little fruit guild where we have an apple right there. We have an autumn olive here, and then my little pawpaw patch that we've gotten started. A pawpaw tree here. Another little pawpaw tree here. There's a few baby pawpaws back in there. And we move on to our grapevines. And they're starting to put on grapes, which is good. Little grapes. There's a bunch in here. Bunch back in here. They're forming in here. They're forming everywhere. Everybody tells you can't start apples from seed because you don't get the same exact apple that you got that it came from. I'm doing it anyways. There's an apple tree. There's an apple tree. There's an apple tree. There's an apple tree. All started from seed. We have elderberry bush. Elderberry bush. Uh-oh. June bugs are out. The enemy of the perennials. Made it back to the perennial area in the annual garden bed. More asparagus in the front here. Rhubarb right behind the asparagus. Aronia berry, aka the choke cherry. Those two bushes there. A nice clump of strawberries. Giving me so many strawberries this year, I can hardly keep up. We've got more blueberry bushes here. There's a blueberry. There's a blueberry. There, and there. Let's go ahead and give us a quick treat while we're back here. Yeah, buddy. And then back here behind the trellis area, we've got more perennials. These are elderberry again. As you can tell, I love me some elderberry. And a currant. This is the first time growing currant. So we got currants and elderberries back here. I got two more things to show you as far as perennials. This right here is a huge pear tree. And there's another one not right behind it, but the second tree over. We've got big 40-foot, almost 50-foot pear trees that we get tons of pears off of, as long as we don't get a late frost and it kills off all the bud sets. I lied, there's actually 2 more things I need to show you. We've got strawberries up here, we've got asparagus up here, and on the deck, in all those pots up there, there's asparagus up there as well. I've shown you this before. Huge elderberry bush, along with a few apple trees right here, started from seed. Humongous 8 9-foot elderberry bush.